Well, I mean, what are you talking about, Jimmy? Here, ultimately, like, could that be something that
by far the most fans in the chat, by the way, today, by far.
I've been on what over a week now. It's been a while.
By far the most.
I'm getting a lot of hate for the background. I mean, Joe
Sway went to the Celtics game. He was going to be reporting live, and then they canceled it. He was the first. Like first day of school. He's the first media member there, and they're like, "You got to go,
bro." 0-for-2, man. They're trying to kick me out of there. I'm like, "But can I just?" All right,
that's quick. Like history. That's like some history that you're a part of, though. You got some history there.
Yeah.
So, Jimmy.
Yeah, Bobby, what are you saying? Go ahead.
What are we talking about here ultimately, though? Like, could that be something that limits them from winning a championship? Certainly.
Yes. Especially this year, yes. There's no structure. There's nothing.
I don't think
Kyrie's gone for the next 2 weeks at least, right? Because
and you know what's really
very least because of COVID.
Your starting point guard.
Yeah,
it is. I want to shout out my. I still got my Christmas stuff up a little bit. You know, Christmas card.
My tree down, but I moved the shot anyway.
I'm thinking of their competition in the East. I still consider them the favorite in the East. I like what Philly's done.
They're only going to
so
beat
far.
themselves. They're only going to beat themselves. They're better than they're talented than everybody.
That's the best thing. This is either going to be a friggin' cakewalk to the finals, which it very well could be, or a hot mess. So that's what's going to be fun here. But rooting for the hot mess is fun. You want this not to work. Nobody wants the 3 superstar team to work, especially these 3 superstars. So this is what you get to see, and then you get to say, "See, they couldn't mesh together." But I mean, these are three weird dudes.
Yeah, Kyrie is just so much more important.
These are 3 weird dudes. It's gonna be interesting.
I just think Kyrie can just. I know it's cliche, but it's like he can make or break this thing in a huge way. And it's just like if he can only, I don't know, be a little more transparent with the club or with the players. I don't know. Maybe it's just Durant he's being transparent. Maybe Durant has been the whisperer for the rest of the organization. Maybe he's the one telling everyone what's going on in Kyrie's world right now. But hey, it's a long season. We'll see. I mean, we don't even know if the suspended season is going to happen one way or another. I mean, we may be talking about seeing this thing pan out months from now, and it'll be plenty of time for these guys to figure this out. But I mean, give them all this talent, they should be able to figure this out. If they don't get to the NBA Finals, it's a bust and a half, and that could definitely happen.
I will say it'll be interesting to see who they bring in. They send out 3 players in this deal, only bring 1 back in, so that opens 2 roster spots. They could make a trade here as well.
It'd be frustrating, Bobby. Buyout time, every good name out there, Brooklyn's going to get every one of them. Always happens,
I'll be interested to see what they can.
Like, I just want a ring. I'll take my $5 million and go there. Every one of them.
I'm interested to see what they get for Dinwiddie, too. Surprised he wasn't in this package. Surprised Houston didn't push for him. That's a great player when he comes back next year. He'll be at a higher price tag because you got to sign him. But that's a guy who, despite being injured, has value around the league. There would be plenty of teams that would want to acquire him just to pay him next year and have that leg up with the bird rights. For some reason or another, his bird rights transfer when they trade him. So that's another guy that they could trade and get something for. They're going to have to fill out this roster. They're a little thin inside. Jordan can't get done alone, as John said. And they're going to need, probably another guard when they go small. Can Durant play center for those kind of minutes? Like, there are a ton of questions here, Jimmy. I'm not going to, completely throw away the fact that this team could go wrong. But the talent is unmatched.
Let's get to what it means for the Celtics.
Yeah, I'm done with the Nets tonight.
Okay, done with them. Done.
Until next show.
Yeah, done with them. No. But for real, what's the trickle down here, okay? Because immediately you see 4 teams making trades, and you're like, couldn't we have gotten in the mix there somehow? Figuring out, people are moving. That means they're either desperate or they're clearing out players or clearing out. And this is where the Celtics want to be. They want to be there when the things start falling, in their direction. How does this change things? Now, Oladipo, now in Houston, is he a long-term guy there? Is he a TPE sort of player if Houston wants to get that off the books and have the money and continue to get younger? Or do they hope that he can regain his superstar form? They sign him long-term. I don't really know. Cleveland has a mess of big men. Now you're seeing a lot of talk about Drummond. I don't know why the Celtics would ever want to do that, but 8 people put it in the chat, and I've seen it on Twitter a bit.
We've been talking about Drummond for 8 years.
Yeah, he's been linked to the Celtics since he was drafted, I think. But
since drafted, yeah, for real.
Yeah. So does the movement of these players to wherever they are, Is PJ Tucker, if Houston's cleaning out, he's a guy we've talked about. Someone just put that in the chat. Does that do anything? Like, is there anything out there off of this trade that you guys see
Bobby's a Tucker guy.
makes things available? Is Houston now, is Gordon, is he more possible? Or are they trying to hold on to some of those pieces? I don't know. That's what I'm kind of interested in now. What's the fallout and how might it impact the Celtics?
So if Houston's stacking up picks and it just ultimately becomes a player for a player thing, I don't know why you wouldn't go after Tucker. The Celtics have no reason to draft players for years to come with the amount of young players that are in here. The question would be, who would you trade? I guess it would come down to Semi Ojeleye or probably Javonte Green, one of those two, and just kind of do a player pick swap. I don't know if you got to trade 1 first rounder or 2, but PJ Tucker would fit right in with this roster, allow them to play a smaller 4 who can shoot rather than Grant Williams. Maybe Grant would be the guy that you would give up in that trade possibly if they want a player of value. I've wanted him for a long time in Boston. Now, is the production the same as it was 2 years ago? No, but the guy still defends like crazy. He could change the image of your defense. You guys know how much the Celtics defense to start this year is driving me nuts. So that guy has immense value. I'm still upset that the Celtics didn't acquire him in 2017 when the Raptors went out and got him. I'm all in on him.
Who is this?
Yeah, I'm with
Tucker?
PJ. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were
He's
talking
like,
to him in the offseason.
Who?
Yeah. Every time he starts talking about defense, I nod off. But no, I think offseason, Bobby.
PJ Tucker, though, that's a good
Tucker
one.
would be a nice addition somehow. But I don't know what it would take.
It's gonna be a cheap price. I wouldn't give up a lot for him.
Gordon Hayward is headed to the tunnel.
Oh,
injured?
God.
No.
Yeah.
No, his wife's in labor again.
Oh, wow. They're saying left
somewhere. I knew it.
They're saying left hip or thigh. So, but whatever.
Unreal.
That's too bad. Anyways.
Did you guys see that post-game interview? Did anyone see that as a shot towards the Celtics? I didn't see it that way. He was saying how fun the offense is and how it's everyone gets their own opportunity. Everyone gets it's sort of an equal opportunity kind of offense. And I don't know. So I read an article that someone thought that they took that as a shot towards the Celtics.
The shot's been made. I mean, the reason for him leaving was essentially a shot. I don't know if you take it as a shot that he couldn't be number 1 here, but I mean, that's been pretty evident for a while that's why he left, and he's doing his thing down there. Hopefully it's not a big thing. I've enjoyed watching that team for sure.
Yeah. I mean, look, whether it's a shot, it's at least a subtweet, it was this way here. Now
he was thinking it.
Now it's here. Right.
He
basically said it.
Contrast. Yeah, he's acknowledging the contrast.
He said it. I moved for opportunity. I wanted to be. He basically said, "Look, I want to be the man." I was the 3rd wing on this team. And I actually didn't even view it as shots. It was like you got two of the best up and coming wings in basketball. I'm playing 3rd fiddle on this team. I'm in my prime. I want to go be prime Gordon.
Yeah.
Right. I don't begrudge. It's honest. I actually didn't even view it as a shot. It's just basically like
the truth.
John's
these guys are really freaking good, and I'm playing behind them there, and I'm still really good. I want the world to know I'm good. I want to make my mark.
He can work on education reform too down there.
Dang, Charlotte needs.
Charlotte's from the hip. He's just pulling. Damn. Okay, Bobby. I like it.
I know we moved on from like the Rockets Nets, but we were just talking about Easter Glass. Yeah, we were just talking about Gordon's comments, but man, those comments from DeMarcus Cousins and John Wall today, you don't see that often. I mean, as crazy as the NBA is, you don't see players go after players publicly like that.
Star on star crime like that.
Yeah, that's when you know it was.
I came here for John Wall was the quote. Wow. Yeah,
that was tough. I mean, man, talk about a crazy locker room that must have been, or not even. I don't even know if these guys are allowed. I don't even know if there's that much like team unity going on this year. I don't even know what players are allowed to do with each other, at least in the arena. So I don't even know if teams are allowed to be that close, but certainly the Rockets were not. That's one thing we know.